Hey everybody, welcome back to Heat My Shorts. Hope you're all doing well, having a good day. We're on episode 52 of Flying Across Canada. We're sitting on the runway here in the rain, so I'll have a seat in my pilot's chair and tell you what's going on. Had a good day, busy day so far, but got some stuff done and been having a good day. I hope your day's been going well too. So today we're at Chibougamau-Chapais Airport in Quebec. The code here is Charlie Yankee Mike Tango. We're on runway 22 in an extra 330 LT heading 137 on the compass, southeast, traveling 106 nautical miles and arriving at Dolbeau St. Félicien Airport. The code there is Charlie Yankee Delta Oscar. We'll be landing on runway 11 and taxiing to ramp 7 parking. Estimated flight time is 42 minutes. And a quick note, I meant to say it last time and I couldn't find it. We are at 272 flight hours in Microsoft Flight Simulator and 25 flight hours in DCS World. So, I'll show you this airplane from the outside. This is our extra 330 LT in the Red Bull livery. Pretty awesome looking plane for sure. We don't specifically have permission from Red Bull to be flying their airplane today, but hopefully they don't mind. So, let's get ready for takeoff here. I don't think there's too much else to go over here. Remove a couple of notes for myself. And get ready for takeoff. We are Hotel Mike Sierra 39er Lima Oscar Foxtrot. We are rolling. Hope you enjoy the flight. Flaps to adjust, no landing gear to raise or anything like that, so we'll just align to our course heading here. There we go. I'll take you to the outside, let's have a look around. So, I'm going to adjust the trim so we can fly level, hands-free. There we go. We actually do have autopilot, but that's alright. We're not going to use it. A little bit of weather up ahead, actually. Maybe I will maintain a little bit of a climb here while I tell you a little bit about this aircraft. Extra 330 LT is a 2-seat aerobatic touring monoplane as opposed to a biplane that is capable of unlimited category competition. First flight of I see what I'm saying here. The first flight of the 300L, which was one of the first, I guess the first model. First flight was May of 1988 and is still being produced at the time of recording this video. This is more difficult than I thought it was going to be to maintain climb and talk here. But that's okay, we got this. Where was I? The 330 LT was given flying certification in June of 2010. I worded that really awkwardly, which doesn't help. The L designation is for the low wing versus the previous mid-wing. So it's low down on the fuselage of the airplane instead of in the middle of it. From top to bottom anyways. The T is indicative of the tourer or touring capabilities, such as the electronic flight instrument system with autopilot. Oh, I see a little bit of a break in the clouds. That makes it way easier. The 330 LT is powered by a Lycoming AEIO 580 6-cylinder, 1-piston aircraft engine, producing 300 horsepower. The maximum speed is 220 knots. The cruise speed is 150 knots, and the stall speed when filled at 1,800 pounds is 60 knots. The range is 600 nautical miles, and the maximum altitude is 10,000 feet. Okay. So now it's a lot more calm. Nice break in the clouds here. First part of reading those facts was very difficult, very stressful. It's hard to keep this plane flying properly, and I didn't do a very good job of that, I'll admit it. But hey, we're all safe. We're all here still, right? Anybody jump out and grab a parachute yet? Hopefully not. Oh, I didn't start the timer, that's hilarious. That's alright. Inside. And yeah, we're pretty much on course here. Bring it a little bit this way. A little bit of rain again. I suppose I could dial back the throttle a little bit. Yeah, it's too bad it's such a cloudy day here. We do have smoke, like aerobatic smoke on this airplane, so we could draw fancy circles in the sky, but we wouldn't really see them in this cloudy weather. Let's have a look at things. Quite a ways ahead of us today. Oh yeah, funny story, I accidentally almost started this video with the wrong aircraft, but I noticed that the flight was like 12 minutes, I think. It's because I still had the F-15 Eagle selected instead of this airplane. So it would have been fun, but not the airplane I had taken notes for, you know? It's important. And you know what? I want to give a shout out mid-video. I had planned on doing this at the end of the video too, but I want to give a shout out and a huge thank you to Uncle Reemus of Truth and Heat. I think he posted that comment from. I'm not sure. Either way, check out his channels. He told me to check my drivers for this simulator, and that might be what the problem was. And he was absolutely right. I had a driver update available, and it's running way more smooth now. So thank you very much, Reemus. I appreciate you, buddy. You're awesome. It's funny, like, honestly, I should know that by now, but I just didn't think of it. And we even had a major simulation update the other day, and that should have done a driver update at that point. But thanks to a good friend, we got it figured out. Let's get up above the clouds. Let's climb. Oh, that's full throttle. We got her wide open right now. Wouldn't be what am I saying? It would be nice, that's what I'm trying to say. It would be nice to see some blue skies and some nice weather, right? Not be worried that I'm gonna hit the ground at any second. Because that's kind of where I was at, you know? Oh, something. Yeah, there we go. a little ways actually before we can get above the clouds. How are we doing for... We're only at 5,000 feet. We got a lot of altitude before we're at our maximum. Or surface ceiling, I believe they call that. Where you just basically can't climb anymore because the air is too thin and your motor's not pulling enough. Oh, there we go. That's nice. It's not the top of it, just a hole in the clouds. Well, let's have a look at some of our camera angles while we have a nice view. This one is classic, a must-have. Nope, that's not it. There we go. This is one of my favorites. I like this one a lot. And this one too, the underwing. That's a good camera. What are we looking at here? That's the rudder, okay. Slightly different twin tip camera. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. You looking forward or back? I can't even tell. We're looking back, right? Oh wow. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty neat. Back to this one. This one's got a lot of cameras built in. I like that. Huh. Can't get my cursor out of the way right now. That's interesting. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. It did a nice job of re-rendering the smoke on this simulator. Looks really nice now. And it seems to linger in the air for longer too, maybe. Oh, look who forgot to turn off their landing lights. Not me. Someone did though. Was that you, Maggie? You been flicking switches up there? Okay, fine, it was me, I forgot. I guess we could ease off the throttle a little bit. We're still hanging out at maximum throttle here. Alright. Cruising at 135 knots right now. That's not even the cruise speed. Well, you know what? Let's see, the maximum is 220. Let's bring it up to 150. Trim that elevator a little bit again. Here comes the rain. That's okay. Maggie's looking at me like I did that. I'm not making it rain, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. We're 152. That's not the 150 is not the maximum. That's the cruise speed. Tom just texted me. I like that guy. He checks in on me a lot. We chat a lot. He's a really good friend. So I'm gonna send him a picture. Took a picture of the screen with my phone and texted it to him. He said, "Oops, I forgot you were flying." Oh, look at that. That's nice. Just broke through the clouds. Cruising. Oh, how fast are we going here? 180. Okay, well, we're in the yellow. Panicked because we were in the yellow. Oh, I'm not watching not watching the screen. I'm texting. I'm sorry, people. I gotta be honest with you. I'm texting and flying. I mean, I did tell you that's what I was doing, I suppose. I was trying to text Tom to tell him that I gave him a shout out, but I really don't need to. Oh man. See, that's me putting the phone down. I got a little wild there. Alrighty. I don't know if Tom actually watches the flight videos. I feel like it may be not that it matters, but I feel like you may have commented certain points throughout them, but he'll probably laugh when he gets to this point of the video. I'm guessing, if he watches it. Bring up our VFR map. Oh, it looks like we're about that far. That's how far we are. About a third of the way. That would have been so funny if I actually crashed the plane trying to text Dom. Oh man. I would have blamed him. Even though it's my fault. Oh, it's hilarious. Let's take it back to the outside and have a look at these overcast clouds. Yeah? Oh, the smoke's still on. Whoops. There we go. Suppose we could fly a little bit low. This thing is awesome. I like it. Yeah, I was definitely hoping for a little bit more of a sunny day so we could do some stunt flying instead of just, you know, a delivery of the plane. I think that's what we're doing. We're just delivering this plane to the next airport for that guy that flies these things. I don't know their names. Oh, what do we got here? That's a lake. That really snuck up on me. That was a little scary. Okay, let's gain a little bit of altitude. But then I got sidetracked. I did some work on the rudder pedals this morning and just kind of tuned the sensitivity and the curve, I guess you'd call it, the sensitivity curve of it. And they seem to be a lot easier to deal with now. I didn't want to say it before the takeoff because then we probably would have had a problem, right? That's the way things go. Kind of like when you congratulate yourself on subscriber count and then you lose a bunch of subscribers and now you're under that milestone again. That's why I don't congratulate myself on making it to a certain milestone. I don't know, it's just the way it seems to go. Maybe that's a negative way of looking at things, I don't know. A little bit of break in the weather again, not bad. Lots of little lakes around here. Ponds, I guess? I don't know if those are lakes or ponds. Is that a big lake up ahead, or is that more fog? I can't even tell. I think that's some dense, low fog. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, well, we're just kind of stay out of that, I guess, in case there's a big hill poking up through it. Did you just say something, Maggie? Is that your chicken? Is that your chicken? What are you doing? What a funny dog. Yes, Maggie brings her toys on the airplane rides with her. Of course she does. Of course she does. Wow. All right. The other one that I flew, it was a Sukhoi 25, maybe a 26, I forget what it was. I flew it in a little stunt flying fake air show video, and that thing is awesome. That thing has a lot of power. It's just very agile. Seems like more so than this one. Maybe just because this one's a two-seater. I don't really know. But this one's cool too, for sure. So it's always been surprising to me that these planes have fixed landing gear. In my mind, if you retracted the landing gear, you'd be a lot more agile in the air, a lot more maneuverable. But maybe they do it just because of the don't have to have the heavy motors in there. I don't know why they don't do that. That makes sense, actually. Motors can be pretty heavy. So I think the landing gear is essentially like a leaf spring, I think. Let's have a look. Oh, we can't really have a look at it. Oh, that's scary. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's not do that. It could be just a long bent piece of metal in there. I'm not sure. I think I read somewhere or heard somewhere that that's what they used in some of these planes. But I don't know. Somebody probably knows. Maybe somebody even in the comment section knows. You never know who's watching these videos, right? Sometimes we get a lot of views, sometimes we get very few. And that's not really why I do this. I do it because it's fun. I'm doing this because I'm showing you cross Canada trip and learning the country and learning all these airplanes and learning this flight simulator. And finding a good way to spend an afternoon, you know? I really enjoy this stuff. I've always wanted a good flight simulator. When I was younger, we had a joystick for our PC, like our family computer. It was, you know, back in the early 90s, I guess. So there's maybe one or two buttons on it, but it was a lot of fun. It was really cool to play the Star Wars games and a couple of the older flight simulators back then. One of them I played was called A-10 Cuba. It was the A-10 Warthog in flying it in Cuba on missions. It was a lot of fun. I actually had a few A-10 simulators, A-10 specifically. always been one of my favorite combat aircraft for sure, and favorite aircraft in general. One of. What about you? What are your favorite aircrafts of all time? What's your favorite general aviation or civilian aircraft? What's your favorite military aircraft? Do you have a favorite helicopter? I'm not sure if I have a favorite helicopter. That's a tough one. Yeah, I really don't know. The AH-64 Apache is awesome. The Super Cobra is awesome, but I'm not all that familiar with that one. And then what's that one? I think it was called a Comanche, maybe? That one was super awesome too. I think that one was stealth, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm imagining it, I don't know. The Chinook is an awesome one too. I only recently realized that the Chinook isn't as big as I thought it was. I thought the Chinook, the twin blade helicopter, I thought they were gigantic, like you could fit army tanks in them and like a row of army tanks, but they're not actually that big, I guess. Not that wide, you know? Whoops. A little bit of a head jerk there by accident. Some nice clouds again. Oh, look at that. Some nice blue sky above us. That's nice. Have a look at our map. I haven't looked at that in a while. Okay. About halfway. I'm guessing our camera footage has already done its split in half thing. I really wish I could find a way to have it not do that on these cameras. I don't think there's a way though. I think that's just the way that they are. Not many people film half-hour long videos with no edits. And you know, I could film it with, you know, a computer webcam wouldn't split, but then it just makes it harder to film because you can't zoom in with a laptop and things like that. I actually have filmed a video that way. That's how I filmed a couple of live flights, I think. One live flight, maybe 2 live flights, I forget. But yeah, I just put 2 laptops face to face and made one of them go live and record the other one. It actually worked really well, except I didn't quite notice one of the dead spots at the corner of the screen when I pressed record. So it has a little black triangle at the corner of the screen. Not the worst thing ever.
Not sure if you heard that or not. Just a quiet little beep. I don't know, I just felt like doing a nice little dive. Forgot about being realistic. Oh, more dense fog, okay. Maybe we should climb again anyways. Definitely a cool little plane. I'm not gonna lie to you, I am texting right now again. But we're not like, you know, we're not unstable in the air. Tom texted me again and I still didn't text him back, right? So I told him I'd give him a shout out.
as one should. I don't know, people. I don't know. To me, it's hilarious when I'm watching someone's video and like somebody phones or something like that and they're like, hey, you're on a video right now. It's hilarious to me. I think it's really funny. That's never happened. I feel like I've canceled a phone call during recording before. Maybe I should answer them. Hey, do you want to be on a video? I'll put you on speaker. That could be fun. My dad's pretty funny. He might be into that idea. Yeah, he's got a good sense of humor like I do, for sure. I definitely got my sense of humor from my parents, among other things, I suppose. The world around me. Yeah. Pretty grateful that I got pretty awesome parents that care for me and love me very much. Put up with a lot of boo-hooing from me. I think you all know that, though. I think I'm pretty transparent about that. It's just kind of who I am. Should we do a little aileron roll? Okay. Good idea. Whoever said that, good idea. I feel like real pilots laugh when, like, simulation pilots do that. They're like, oh, nice aileron roll, nice barrel roll, buddy. But I don't know, it's fun, it looks cool. It looks sweet. And flying upside down, I enjoy that. I probably wouldn't enjoy it in real life. I bet you it would be really uncomfortable. But I'm not a real pilot. I don't know these things. I'm just having fun sitting here in my Lego and guitar room with all of my snacks and my dog. Pretending I'm a pilot. Whee! Whatever brings you joy, right? And this definitely brings me joy, especially when it's running properly. Did you hear that? The engine just made a funny sound. The engine hesitated. And I've flown this thing upside down for quite a while. Let's check the fuel. Actually, I think... Oh yeah, we got lots of fuel. Lots of fuel. What's our range? 600 miles? Oh yeah. That's 6 times what we're flying today. I think we're flying on a full tank. I wanted to give us that stall speed that I had recorded at. I wanted to be accurate on that. I actually tried to do the math on the difference in weight for the stall speeds, but I spent too much time on it. Maybe got a little bit frustrated or uninterested, and I was like, I don't need to do that. I'll just, change the weight of the aircraft accordingly. And here we are. Stall speed of, what is it? 60 knots. A third of what we're traveling at now, almost. Almost. Sort of. Not really. See, I'm bad at math. That's a funny one. I don't know why that looks funny to me. That's the antenna in the middle, if you're wondering what that strip is. Metallic sheen to the paint job on this. It looks really nice. close to our destination. It's time to start thinking about landing. Wow. Off the mouse. It looks straight down. I wish there was an option to show the pilot from this point of view. You can look down and see the pilot. That'd be nice. So hopefully this isn't too hard to find, this airport here in the cloudy weather. Kind of seems like it might be. Unless we luck out with a nice clear spot. I don't know, we might have to do a couple of low passes. This was we're a little ways away yet. Up ahead for sure. Flying by instrument here again. This is a little bit stressful. A little bit. Like, it's not the most stressful thing I've ever experienced, but it'd be sweet to not crash, you know? That would be really cool to not crash. I'd appreciate not crashing. Wow. So we are at, let's see, 1,700 feet? 1,770. Oh, I see a little bit of ground. A little bit of the horizon there. Okay. Excellent. And the rain sound seems to make it more stressful. I don't know why. Maybe just because it's distracting. I also do find the rain sound a little bit soothing. They did a pretty good job of rendering the rain on the canopy there. It looks good. Okay, we're getting close to our destination here. I should actually be looking at my phone for the imaging. Not that I even actually see. I guess I can see what the landscape looked like when the weather's clear. Oh, that's not it. I thought that was it poking in on the corner of the map there. It's something else. A bit more throttle. We're a little ways off still.
stunt flying. Maybe I'll have to do another stunt flying video one of these days. I don't know. Pick a nice clear day somewhere in the world and fly some stunt plane. So I had a lot of fun doing that before. Made a little music video sort of a thing. I like doing those. It's a lot of fun. Something up ahead on our Garmin GPS that could be a runway, that could be the airport. Looks like snow. Huh. I'm not sure what the temperature is here. It's raining. Huh. Maybe it's just like white sand. I'm not sure. I have no idea what the weather in Quebec is like. Apparently it's a little rainy sometimes, which is good. Well, those are a couple of lakes. Okay. That could be the airport there, in between the lakes there. Oh, some farmland. Remember this from the imaging, that means we're close. Let's keep the outside, throttle back a little bit. Let's get our landing lights turned back on. Hope you've enjoyed this cloudy, rainy flight. I enjoyed it. Doesn't have to be blue skies to be an enjoyable flight. I actually really enjoy flying in weather and at night. See our airport on the map here. Oh, and there it is straight ahead. Hard to see here. Circle around. Approach from the east. Well, this isn't too bad. I think I can handle a landing like this. Hopefully I can do a nice short landing, so we need to taxi all the way back to this end. Is that you again, Tom? Somebody just texted me again. I'm not looking at it this time. Alright, let's get ready to land here.
nice landing here. We had a decent takeoff, I think. Easy. It's swirly. Okay. A few bounces. I thought we were coming in with a nice speed there, to be honest, but that's okay. I used the whole runway too. Let's taxi back. Yeah, definitely not my best landing once again, but also not my worst. I'd give that like a 4 out of 10, maybe even a 3, to be honest, with a 10 being perfect, and a 0 being nobody survived. Like, sorry about your back, kind of a thing. Yeah. I like what the propeller's doing right now. It looks pretty realistic. Yeah, this one doesn't actually have tail wheels steering either. It's just steering with the brakes and the rudder. Are these turn-offs? What's going on here? A little too fast? No. Okay. Now that we're parking at the end of the runway, actually I have a decent picture of where we're supposed to be parking. The last few times we haven't had our ground crew there to help back us up to our spot. Shut down. Welcome to Dolbo St. Felician Airport, Charlie Yankee Delta Oscar. There we go. lights turned off. Get our avionics and our alternator and our battery and our magneto turned off. And I guess a magneto is like the ignition. It's just a fancy way of saying that. I don't know. Whoopsie daisy. I bumped the mouse. I mean, I looked around aggressively. Oh, I have a sore leg. I repotted some pepper plants yesterday and I pulled some weeds and I cleaned up in the yard. This is almost an hour-long video. That's pretty long. Maggie's right here at my heels. That's a little bit awkward for the sign off, but we'll see if we can make it work. There she is, right there. Right behind my captain's chair. Hey Maggie, how's this little dog? How's the little co-pilot doing? Yeah, he's just hanging out. Just chilling. Yeah. She's a good girl. She's a good stunt flyer. I should have let her fly. I really should have. Well, now I need to stand like exactly where she is, pretty much. That's a little bit awkward. Oh, she's moving. Okay. I won't argue with you on that one. Thank you, sweetie. Thanks, Maggie. What a good dog. So anyways, this has been episode 52 of Flying Across Canada. That's pretty wild. Thank you again, Uncle Reemus. I really appreciate your simple solution to my problem here. One of my problems. For episode 53, we're going to be flying a MiG-15 to Sept-Îles. And I think that's how you pronounce it. That's what Google tells me. It just got a lot less red in here. Did you notice that? The image just went from like red to blue. That's really weird. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you on the next one. I love you all. This has been Heat My Shorts with Maggie and Steve. The Maggie Show. Bye-bye.